So AR and VR have been projected as the next major technological transformation, and we believe that's true, but it will take longer to materialize than many of us initially expected. And evidence can be seen in soft consumer hardware sales for head-worn devices. So that's really shifted focus towards areas of nearer-term scale and opportunity, one of which is the enterprise. So part of the enterprise opportunity stems from the fact that the buyer has less stylistic and budgetary restraints for things like AR glasses compared with consumer markets. Now, there are also clear operational efficiencies and bottom line impact. So most of the companies we heard from report anywhere from 15 to 45% efficiency gains through time and error reduction in functions like manufacturing, assembly, and maintenance. And some of the examples include Boeing, who uses AR glasses to affix the wire harnesses on their planes, or Coca-Cola fixing bottling equipment, or speeding up routine changeovers in its assembly lines. And additional cost savings result from lessening machine downtime, not to mention travel costs to fly in a vendor, given that AR empowers on-site workers. So for example, one flavor of AR is remote assistance, which pipes in a subject matter expert for live audio and annotated support through smart glasses. And beyond some of those microeconomics, Enterprise XR also has some potential to transform broader workforce management, given that worker empowerment, which makes more people qualified for more jobs. So for all those reasons and more that we cover in our latest intelligence briefing, we project Enterprise XR to grow from $554 million in 2016 to $39 billion in 2021. And that's split between AR and VR, with AR taking the majority of the revenue due to wider applicability across enterprise functions, which results from a more versatile form factor compared with VR's isolation. And these numbers also hinge on an inflection point in 2019, which will come as many of XR's advantages overpower the forces that currently stand in their way, which include things like natural organizational red tape or cultural resistance to new technology and sales cycles. So what are the best ways to tackle those organizational challenges? For one, greater chance of deployment can result from advocacy within the business units proposed to use XR, not just the innovation leaders at a given company that tend to be the most receptive point of entry. And it's always good to remember that organizations are people, and when gaining that grassroots support throughout an organization, speak their language about the pain points felt within individual departments. And the good news is that there's evidence that those sales cycles are starting to reduce in length, and overall cultural familiarity with XR will still inch forward and lessen that enterprise resistance over time, which is really a common process in tech revolutions. And we'll also see step functions as companies make investments that fuel advancement, which in turn drive more investment. And that cycle just takes some time. So that just scratches the surface, but you can see more in our report on Enterprise XR, which you can preview at the URL on this screen. And it's important to note that challenges will persist into 2018, but momentum and acclamation are really leading towards a 2019 tipping point. And like we saw with enterprise smartphone adoption, that tipping point is followed by accelerated adoption. And we'll be watching closely as that unfolds.